Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so...
I'm Marilyn Herbert with the Alzheimer's Association and representing Frederick for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Thank you for watching Good Morning, Frederick.
Oh, yes, Marilyn. Thank you so much for watching Good Morning, Frederick. Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 25th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. All right. First up, we got Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express with local news, weather, and sports. Then I'm going to highlight some of the events in Frederick you're going to want to know about. And I'm going to give you the clue of where all the events are posted so you also will know what is happening. Then I chat with Theresa Williams Harrison. She is an African Americans of Excellence 2025 honoree, and she is just a phenomenal woman. I'm so excited to introduce you to her if you don't know her already. I just love her drive, and she really kind of says you can do anything, and she has, and I love that so much. Good morning, Tara. How are you, my friend? Please watch the YouTube channel. We need 600 hours to hit our 3,000 watch hour milestone. So just set one of those playlists. Do your laundry, maybe clean the house, do whatever you need to do to help us get there. That gives YouTube that's one milestone we got to hit. Our February charity, the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week to support them. Okay, the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation supports all of our volunteer and career firefighters, actually nationally. And nationally, we host a Memorial Day here in Frederick County, in Emmitsburg, up at the National Fallen Firefighters, or the firefighter training facility. There is a memorial up there. Actually, if you go on the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation Facebook page, every single day that we have lost a firefighter, they post their name. And it is shocking to understand that every single day in this country, we lose one of our firefighters. It just kind of puts it all into perspective. So this organization supports the families from of those firefighters and helps them to get through that horrible time. And so 100% of our merch. Now, I have a couple things here, and I have said I'm trying to build my shop online. But this is the little crossbody bag that we have. It's got a long strap, so you can wear it like here. Yeah. Good morning, Fred. We have this in black, white, and cream. It's really cool. It got a lot of pockets inside. I used it the other day. Love it. We also have, and that they're $12. And then we have these great Good Morning Frederick keychains. They are clear plastic. I think they're kind of cool, just $3. So when you buy that crossbody bag or you buy the keychain, 100% of the money. So $3 keychain, $3 goes to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Also still have some of our long sleeve Good Morning Frederick winter shirts. And of course, we have our St. Patrick's Day shirts, limited in number. It's the smallest order I've made this year. So I'd love to sell them out. Just $25 for our St. Patrick's Day shirts. We're going to get them online too, so that you can purchase them and have them shipped right to you. And again, 100% of the money will go to the organization of the month, the nonprofit of the month. Good morning, Mama Cone. She hasn't even popped her head up from the basement. She was, my brother was here yesterday, Jeff from Atlas Wood Floors. He had done a quote not too far, and he stopped by, and we were talking about something, and I told Mom, you got to stop telling people we keep you in a cold, dark basement. It is not like that. She was cold yesterday, even though it was beautiful outside. I told her to get outside. She walked outside for 2 minutes, said it's too cold for me. So I have to crank the heat up downstairs, apparently. But I said, yeah, it doesn't sound good when people overhear that you're in a basement. It is a nice little suite. It is the Mama Cone suite down there. Want to say good morning to Shannon Flannery, our real estate goddess. If you're buying or selling, you need to talk to her. Shannon, we need to talk. I know we're talking today. We may be in the market for a home, and I will tell you all about that later. Not for me. Not for me. Good morning. Good morning, Nick. Great to see you on here today. All right. It is Tuesday. Let's go ahead and roll right with the show. Wrapping up our month this week with our show sponsor, Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. They love doing basements, kitchens, baths, and they will come in and do an addition if you want to do that as well. If you're selling and you want things freshened up, or maybe you just moved in and you need some changes, Heart Home Solutions can help you. Steve is amazing, a veteran, local, and he will do great work. HART, hearthomesolutions.com. All right, looks like Bob Miller's joined us. Let's find out what is happening locally here in Frederick. Well, look at that, and Chris too. Hello.
Please save Mama Cone.
From the basement.
From the igloo downstairs. Save Mama Cone.
Save Mama Cone.
Hey, there you go.
Like I tell everyone in our household in the winter, add more layers. Just add layers, man. I can't afford to keep the heat much more than 68 degrees. Lord.
I know exactly what you're saying. I went and picked up my mom. My mom is visiting. My mother-in-law is here. And my wife is here. So I got 3 ladies telling me what to do. But I walked into my sister's place and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like an oven in here. She goes, yeah, enjoy it for the next week. I'm going to turn my air conditioning on.
Oh,
so,
my
yeah,
gosh.
it happens. You know, as you get a little older, it gets a little colder. But that's why we have blankets everywhere.
That's right. I'm gonna buy Mama Cone a big Snuggie. She can just wear that everywhere she goes.
Yes. And to keep it tight, you know, you can put the Good Morning Frederick fanny pack on her.
That's right. It is a crossbody bag. We don't say fanny pack anymore. How cute is that?
It's very cute. But will it fit my? Will it fit my my firearm?
We can do like the extend-a-belt like they have on the plane if you can't fit in the seat.
Well, no, I'm talking about, my Beretta will fit my Beretta 9mm in
Oh,
there.
your firearm.
Yes.
Actually, maybe I did see, I was shopping at Gabe's not too long ago, and in their purse section, as you do as a lady, they had a ton of purses with the firearm slot.
Yep. Whenever I'm walking around and I see a guy with a pack here or something like that, I always just kind of go, "What are you carrying? What's in that bad boy?" Because I know what's in it. I know what's in it.
So we don't call it fanny packs anymore?
I'm
Right?
just kidding.
Oh,
Well,
okay. I was like that. I'm
I have
so
to
old
say,
school.
I lived in Australia for a long time, and fanny has a different meaning over there. So they call them bum bags, not fanny packs. So there you go.
What does fanny mean? Butt over there, right?
No,
Oh, it's not
no.
something you could say on air. I just figured fanny meant butt, but okay.
It's close. It is a part of the anatomy, but not the buttocks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There you
Gotcha.
go.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, getting back to the heating, my house was built the year the Mets won the last World Series, which is 1986, and I have baseboard heating, which is extremely expensive. When we first moved into the house, I learned my lesson. It had all the heat because it's separate heating in each room, had all the heat turned up. My electric bill was about $500. So yeah, what I done? What I said to myself, I said, "Self, there's no way you can afford that much money on a radio personality salary." So we got these small little heaters, which work really, really good, and we plug them in. And then we got one of those heaters that it looks like a fireplace that the TV stand is on, and it's perfectly fine. And listen, my wife don't need a Snuggie. She's got all this right here she could Snuggie with. So there you go.
That's great. Yeah, baseboard heating is electric. That is much more expensive than gas like we have. Yeah, I don't miss those days at all.
Yeah, I don't miss those days at all either. But did you say 86?
Me?
Yeah, you said the last time, you keep it like the last time the Mets won the World Series, 86. And I'm like,
no. I'm saying that's when the house was built, was in 86.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Bob's having trouble understanding me today. He called me out because what did you think I said? Or I said dumb or something?
Well, he was like,
on the show?
Instead of saying them, he was like, well, them. And I'm like, them? He actually gets paid to use English. That's what he's supposed to use. Some poor kid driving to school, with his mom going, "Mama, why did he say them? I don't understand, Mama. He's not British."
First of all, who says mama anymore? Or whoever
we need
said
to start
mama.
the Chris Dictionary. We need to start that.
It's an addendum to the Tim May dictionary.
Yeah.
Well, I will say Bob listens to me more intently than my wife, my mother, anybody else listens to me. So I thank him thoroughly for that. I do have one question, though, I meant to ask you on air, Bob. Today we had the mayor on, Mayor Michael O'Connor on the show. He comes on monthly because, he loves Bob. That's why he does it. Now, Bob is the morning mayor, but I'm curious to say, Bob, when the actual mayor's on the show in the morning, is he then considered the morning mayor over you, or are you still the morning mayor?
Everybody is over me. Everybody. I am, when it talks, I am. So everybody's here, and I'm all the way down into Chris's view down there, way down there, down that way. I got more bosses than I can. I got more bosses than I can mention. So that's fine.
The morning mayor is above me right here. Where is he?
Other side. But that's okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna upload that interview with the mayor this morning, or do we have clips? Because I'd love to hear the conversation.
Yeah, it is already. We don't have clips, but it is already loaded up. That's something Chris does real quick. So
I know he's great,
fast, quick as lightning for that. Yeah, we had an interesting. He signed the first question out of the box is he running for re-election, and he signed the papers yesterday to do that. So he is running for re-election along with a couple other people that are. I've not heard anybody running for mayor yet.
There's no. Oh, wait, what?
For the mayor is running for re-election for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
but I
no.
haven't seen anybody else run. Huh? Well, the term limits are for the next mayor. So if Mayor O'Connor would win again, then it would be 2 terms from then.
Wow.
And then the other thing is that if he wanted to continue, he would have to sit out 4 years, and then he could run again. So, but by then, he would probably be, if he gets in the same echelon as Mayor Ron Young, who, by the way, I heard that they're going to try to get a statue for Ron Young for all the work that he did for downtown Frederick. Blaine sent me a thing about that. I haven't really read it a whole lot. But yeah, they're trying to raise money to build a statue in honor of Mayor Ron Young.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, there was a big impact to downtown, and that Boomtown movie kind of talks about the part 1 about the rebel rousers, I guess. There was a group of people, including Ron Young, in the 70s who really shook up downtown and had a vision. And quite honestly, I mean, I think it's so interesting how, in the 70s, I would now consider Ron Young when he came in as kind of centrist, at the time. And it's just interesting to see the shift in, the Democratic Party. But he had to be, because Frederick was truly a conservative county or city. And so anyway, but yeah, it's, I don't think I'd be opposed to a statue as long as the funds were raised privately.
Right. I agree.
So. And we had him about 40, 45 minutes, and you can hear the entire interview, without commercials. It's all edited out on WFMD.
We love commercials, though. They pay our bills.
We do love commercials. I got salespeople with pitchforks right now chasing after me here. We do love commercials, yes, but it's on our website at WFMD.com. If you go under podcast, you'll see, we call it the Bobcast. That's what it's called.
I love it.
The Bobcast. I love it. WFMD.com, and then also on Facebook, so you can get it there. Great interview. Bob asked some great questions, and actually that was one of the first questions I think he asked, right, Bob? Was about the term limits. That was one of the first questions.
That and the fact that he was running. Yep.
So always good questions with Bob. All right, so we will get to news. Not a whole lot of news today. There'll be a new student member of the Frederick County Board of Education later this year. Livernois High School junior Alex Thomas was elected to the post. He takes over the position on July 1st. But in the meantime, Thomas will shadow current Board of Ed student member Elijah Steele from Governor Thomas Johnson High School. And just little road closures, just to give you a heads up on. You might want to write this down, put this on your calendar or your cell phone for a reminder. The Frederick County Department of Highway Operations says East Churchill Road in Myersville will be closed at the bridge over Catoctin Creek beginning on Monday, March 3rd. The closure is expected to last 4 weeks, of course, weather permitting. County officials say crews will be making repairs to the bridge during that time. Traffic will, of course, be detoured. And then taking a look at weather, I was saying on air today, Danny, I think today was probably the first day in weeks, if not months, that around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we were above freezing, which was great. And it was 38, 39 at that time. Well, Danny, we're going to get to a high of 60 today, partly cloudy, which 60, beautiful. Tonight, cleared up, partly cloudy skies, low of 36. And dare I say, I've got more good news. Tomorrow, high of 62. High of 62 tomorrow with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, low of 45, partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. Early, followed by increasing clouds with showers developing later on in the night. So there you go. Looking at real quickly Thursday, it's still going to be fairly warm, 59. So I'll take it.
There you go. That's nice. Very nice. Chris, hey, by the way, Danny, you were talking about your house. Are you looking to build a bigger mansion because you're doing so great in the podcast here?
Yeah, no. We, I think my little sister is moving up here from South Carolina to be close to the family.
Yeah, so, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our house sold in 7 days.
Oh, you so congrats. Woo,
Yeah.
I meant to
Yeah.
ask.
Oh my. I mean, when you sit there and because you do this, right? And you give yourself a timeline. And I'm like, we have our timeline. My wife wants to give her notice at work. She wants to retire. And so we were doing this timeline, and we're like, okay, well, the houses around where I live are just not selling. And so we figured at least, 30, 60 days before it would sell. No, 7 days.
Wow.
And I was like, we're just sitting there, and we had some viewings, and we were out and about, and we came back, and our real estate, I said, well, I guess no news is no news is bad news. And he goes, no, I just actually got off the phone. It's under contract. And then, then they put the earnest money, and they put a lot of earnest money down. So I'm like, they're not backing out of the deal. So now it's like our timeline has been pushed.
Do you immediately think, though, see what I do is I go, dang, we should have asked for a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I know, but the other houses that we're asking more aren't selling. They've been on the market forever. My neighbor, who has just the same amount of house that I have, is asking way too much for it. But I mean, look, you're not supposed to do this. Every real estate tells you to not to do it, and I think you have one listening right now, right?
Yeah.
And they say, if you have cameras, you're not supposed to listen to them. You're not supposed to watch them. Well, we wait until after they're gone, of course, and then we watch them. Sorry, real estate agents. Everybody who has a camera does that. I know you tell them not to, but everybody does.
Which is most people nowadays.
Right. One person was like, well, they got a motion camera. And I just wanted to get on there. You can click a button and go, yep, yeah, we do. But I didn't. But they came in, and a lot of me, we didn't have a ton of showings. I mean, we had in the first week, we had 6, I think it was, which is a lot because we had another house that took months to get 6. But they would open up the door, and you could hear them from the Ring camera go, oh, wow. And that was a good oh, wow, because my wife did a fantastic job making the home better, keeping it clean. And we did a great job of getting everything done. We had a little checklist because Linda wasn't home. So it was like my mother-in-law and I would go around and make sure, the toilets are clean, the seats are down, all that stuff, the pillows are right, the cushions are right, all that stuff. You take all the stuff off the counters or whatever. So, I mean, I think that all helped. And now it's just now you have to change the date that you're moving. You have to change the date that you're going up. And then there's some issues up in where we're going. And so, it's a little bit unnerving, but as you can see, I have my tape ready to go for my boxes.
Chaotic and stressful, but
you bring up a good point, Bob. Once you saw that earnest money, you probably had an idea. Okay, this much money in earnest money that they're going to want this house. They're not going to wait unless something falls through.
Yeah, I mean, people sometimes will back out. When we sold our house in Woodsboro, we sold it 4 times, and people backed out 4 different times. Yeah. And then, but one person who backed out the day of the closing, and I said, "You're not getting your money back." And they got really mad, and I'm like, "You're backing out on the day that we're supposed to sign the contract."
Oh my goodness, that's awful.
But they're not supposed to get that money back, Bob. Right? That's what the earnest money
they're not.
Is.
I mean, look, if there's a reason why, these people, when I say they put earnest money down, we're talking 5 figures. So they put a lot down. We're talking a lot, almost 10% of what the asking price of the house was.
Oh my gosh.
I would look and say, if they backed out, I would say, okay, I'm going to keep X amount of dollars. You can have the rest, because I'm just not that type of guy.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on, folks. Boys basketball, TJ over Sentinel yesterday, 64-55. Senior forward Ezra Bowie had 22 points to lead the Patriots. FCA over Calvary Temple Christian Academy. The defenders, Cohen Wade, had 17 points and 3 rebounds. MSD, 26-1 on the season. Keanu Boren's 18 points helped them beat Hancock 77-47. And listen to this, Danny, you're going to love this. The Wizards won a game yesterday. They beat the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, they did. They beat them 107-99, and the Cats back out on the ice against Calgary tonight. Puck drops at 7 p.m. And, of course, Alex Ovechkin only 13 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time career goal leader. I think that's how you say it.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
May I
speaking
comment?
yeah, what's up?
May I comment on the sports, please? I was very disgruntled and disgusted because I'm a big Brooklyn Nets fan, and we beat the stinking Philadelphia 76ers, which I was so happy about. We had a nice winning streak, and we're close to the play-in tournament for the NBA, which the play-in tournament it's so stupid how they do things now. Now with the NBA, you can be a 12 seed and still get in the playoffs. I'm sorry, 10 seed and still get in the playoffs because of the play-in tournament. And I was so excited. And then we lose to these scrubs who are the worst team in the NBA, the Washington Bullets or Wizards or whatever you want to call them. We lose to those scrubs. Man, I'll tell you how just destroyed me. I was so mad after last night's game. I wanted to go right on Facebook and complain and go off, but I figured, why not? Nobody's cares. So
Nobody cares about the Nets. Trust me.
I only care about that one game. All season,
Yeah, right.
that's it. I'm good. I'm good. Well, I do want to say, my little brother was up here yesterday. UMD is kicking some butt. He said he bought tickets to the game against Michigan State on tomorrow, and he had to pay $140, and he's 10 rows from the top of the arena. That's just crazy. God.
Yeah, it is. And the problem with the Terps is that they're a good team. They are really a good team. But they always seem to lose it in the tournament. They break our hearts. It's like, oh, how do you get knocked out of the first round or the second round? Come on.
I know.
Yeah, so.
And it's really disappointing in the sense that he was telling me that the freshman that they've got that's amazing is probably going to, be drafted. So you can't ever build on it. It's so sad.
Yep. Anyway. Queen is his last name. So
yeah.
Well, I'm a good little Catholic boy, so I'll say go St. John's.
Gosh. All right. On that note, go Terps, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm gonna just tape my mouth shut now. So I don't have to say anything.
Have a great day, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Good morning, Frederick.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with a highlight of all your events, and you'll meet Theresa Williams Harrison if you don't already know her. She was a 2025 African Americans of Excellence honoree, and she's an all-around amazing woman who has achieved, she's my hero. I got to tell you, all of that comes up just after this. Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining flattery beyond compare.
All right, it's time to find out what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza, just off Route 40 in Frederick at the top end of 40. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same great quality food at the same value as Taco Bar, but Taquito has a drive-through experience. It is so easy. If you're up in the Hagerstown area, it's not far off of the dual highway. You just scooch over, get some great food, and you can continue on your way. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com for all the information that you will need. Okay, so of course, if you want to see all the events, check out the description in YouTube, and there will be a link there for you, or go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then calendar of events. All right now through March 5th, I want you to go to 32auctions.com/AAOE25. This is our online auction where you can bid on the artwork and photographs created by our creators of AAOE, and the money that is raised gets donated to 8 organizations, 7 deemed by each honoree, and Yemi selected the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick. You can see a full listing of all of the nonprofits where the money will go on that 32auctions.com site. And even if you don't want to keep the item, know your money is going to a great cause or great causes. And you can certainly donate back that piece of artwork either to the honoree, maybe hang it in an office, or we will select a school or organization where the artwork can hang, and you will be tagged on it that it was purchased by you. So support this great cause. African Americans of Excellence helps give back to the community in big ways. All right, February 26th, which is tomorrow, the Be Local Love Awards at Union Mills, and Casey Burgat is an author who will be doing a talk and a book signing at Curious Iguana. This Saturday is First Saturday, downtown Frederick. Come to the home of Everything Frederick. We're going to have some fun stuff going on there. I don't know what exactly, but right now, when you stop at the home of Everything Frederick, you get a free chapstick just for walking in the door. So you got to love that. You can never have too many chapsticks. Noon to 4, it's Deaf Artisan Market Day at Steinhardt. 3 to 5, Creative Outlet at the Delaplane. 3 to 7, I'm on WFRE every Saturday, giving you more information about some of the great local events going on in Frederick. At 7 p.m., it is the IBR Bull Riding Finals at the Carroll County Ag Center in Westminster. You can win a family 4-pack of tickets. Just listen to Emma J on WFRE middays, Wednesday and Thursday. That's tomorrow and Thursday. She's on from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., I think. And listen to her, and you can win a family 4-pack of tickets to the bull riding. At 7 p.m., it's Mardi Gras Dueling Pianos at William Talley Rec Center. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. And at 9 p.m., it's a throwback party at Bentstown with benefactor events with music from the 90s and 2000s. On March 4th, join me with Midnight Baker for the ribbon cutting with Punk and Peasant Pierogi. They share that commercial kitchen at Maryland Bakes, and they're doing their grand opening ribbon cutting celebration from 3 to 5 p.m. March 5th is the wrap up of that online auction for African Americans of Excellence. We're doing a free reception at Warehouse Cinemas, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. We'd love for you to come. March 5th to 19th, we'll be talking more about the Unity campaign. March 6th is Boomtown Part 1, one of 2 showings that is going to happen at Warehouse Cinemas. I encourage you to get a ticket and support this locally created movie event. And Part 2 will be coming out next year. March 8th is Saturday, and there is an invasive plants and a native alternatives free seminar at UMD Extension, which is on Montague Lane. English Spanish conversation at Sieber Arts Library. The Leprechaun Luau is at 4 o'clock at the Frederick Fairgrounds, and there's a murder mystery party at Dragon Distillery. March 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th, it is the Maple Syrup Festival up at Cunningham Falls State Park. The 13th is that second showing of Boomtown at Warehouse Cinemas. Then on March 14th, get your tickets now. You can find them on Eventbrite. Join me for Dinner in the Dark, benefiting the Leader Dogs for the Blind at Walkersville Fire Hall. I'll be emceeing that event. I'm also going to be blindfolded. Mama Cone and Ash are going to come with me, and we're going to have a good time with that to raise money for a great cause. And 5 to 10 p.m. on the 14th is Shamrock Lucky Bingo to benefit American Cancer Society and Relay for Life. Oh, March 15th, tons of St. Pat's events. I'm going to have to do some research this weekend to figure out if you're looking for something fun to do. Or just go ahead now and buy your ticket for the Retro Prom. That's at the William Talley Rec Center, benefiting the Maryland Ensemble Theater. March 15th and 16th is the 50th Annual Home and Garden Expo at the Fairgrounds. March 19th, join us for Spring Sip and Paint at the home of Everything Frederick. We're going to be doing that cool butterfly spring. We're going to be ordering in spring. We're going to have nibbles and beverages. We encourage you to come along. If you go to Good Morning Frederick, there is an event there with the instructions on how to secure your space. Space is limited, of course, but we would love to see 15 to 20 people come to that event. So bring a friend, and we will decide where the donation goes per ticket to which nonprofit. March 28th, the second annual Battle for South Mountain. It's a staff basketball game fundraiser benefiting the Frederick County Mental Health Association. And we're already pushing into the end of March. This is a really cool event, March 29th from 8 to 4. How to turkey hunt and trout fishing day. This is for kids 6 to 17 years old. It's at the Catoctin Fish and Game in Myersville. Great event for young people who you want to get back to the outdoors. And this is a really cool organization. April 12th, it's a disc golf tournament in Emmitsburg. You need to sign up now at discgolfscene.com. And on April 24th, it is SHIP's annual lip sync battle at Attaboy Barrel House. You can sign up your team and get more information at shipfrederick.com. And then on April 26th is Andrea's House Rise and Renew Gala at the Delaplane Arts Center. Andrea's House is a transitional house for women and children to stay while the mother is in a recovery program. We love that too. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. I will get it on the calendar and make sure people are aware of it. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Theresa Williams Harrison. Again, if you don't know her, I think you're going to be really, really impressed and happy that she is in our community.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. If you go to A&S Construction's Facebook page, you will see a deck they just rebuilt for a good friend of ours, Tamika Thrasher. And it's very cool. They made it so that the underside of the deck, because they have kind of that 2-story deck, they put on that grating so you can sit under the deck during rain and not get wet. I love that. I love having that. It's like an extra entertaining space, and it makes it very versatile. A&S Construction is saving you $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs because you watch Good Morning Frederick. Give them a call today, 301-703-2157, or visit them at ansconstruction.net. Sandra is amazing. And if you want to meet her in person, she will be at that 50th annual Home and Garden Show at the fairgrounds, March 15th and 16th. You can see her there. It's she does great work, and that deck looked amazing. So even if you just need a deck repair, but sometimes you need to build the whole thing. All right, let's talk about People of Frederick. People of Frederick, sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company, cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com and satisfy your meat tooth. All right, I am so excited to introduce you to one of the honorees from the African Americans of Excellence exhibit in 2025. Teresa Williams Harrison now calls Frederick home, and we are so happy she does. She is going to be a billion-dollar lady very soon, I have no doubt. Here she is.
So I was born and raised in Baltimore.
Okay.
And my parents had 11 children. And I am the first girl and the middle child.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't need the other 5. They had their girl. But, and when I do remember growing up with my brothers who always tried to make it appear as if I was the irritant or in the way because I'm the girl. So I tease them now and say I was the game changer in the family and right-size things.
Yeah.
But I had phenomenal parents in the sense that we grew up extremely wealthy, not money. We grew up in which we were exposed to a lot. We experienced a lot. My dad was the breadwinner for the family. I don't know how you're a breadwinner for 13 people, but he was the breadwinner. I can't imagine. And my mom was a master logistician. She managed the movement of all of us.
That is
the care, the feeding, the clothing, and all of that.
Yeah.
But she also did something that I think impacted my life and my siblings in the sense that we went to 8 different high schools because my mother worked to get us into the right high school for each child.
Wow.
So she knew her children.
Wow, yes.
So I went to the first public all-girls high school in the country, Western High School. It's still a public school, still all girls. 100% of the girls go to college.
Wow.
And it's because my mother knew us and she made sure to lay the initial bricks for our journey.
That is such dedication to
Isn't
your
that
children.
amazing?
It really is.
I have 2.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to just
and I'm trying to manage that.
Yeah.
You know, but
really, how she had that perception to realize, first of all, that there were schools that could accommodate how each of you learned and got, that is amazing.
You know, I didn't think about it until later that we went to 8 different high schools.
That is impressive.
And it was the right school for us.
Yes.
You know? And so that said a lot about my mother, who's also very progressive in the sense that she raised her girls, there are 4 of us, to think outside the box and believe that whatever we wanted to do, we could do it. And the real point here is that it was okay to change.
Yes.
I didn't appreciate that fully until well into my career when I realized that pivoting was okay. And that's really what she was teaching us.
Yes.
You know, and my parents are the smartest people I know, but they did not graduate from high school.
Yeah.
But they are the smartest and wisest people I know.
Yeah.
So with that as the base of my upbringing, I also grew up wealthy in the sense that the community I grew up in was extremely encouraging and supportive.
Oh, that's great.
Extremely.
Yeah.
To the point where we're still connected today.
Nice.
You know, so at all levels, you know, we range in ages. Well, it's not that big of a range. Actually, I think there is maybe 12 or 13 years between my youngest sister and my oldest brother.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not a
There
huge
wasn't,
range.
no.
My mom was pregnant all the time.
Yes, she was.
When it was time for college, a funny story is I applied to some schools that are extremely expensive. I applied to some state schools. And I'd created this folder system, and I was talking to my parents to say, I'd like to talk about the pros and cons of each school. And so we sat down, I had my vanilla envelope, and there was the con side and the pros side, and I began to explain the first school. My mother asked, who's paying for everything? I said, Frostburg. She said, that's where you're going to school. It never dawned on me that they had no money to send me to school. So I went to Frostburg for undergrad and grad, loved it.
Yeah.
Completely different from Baltimore.
Yeah, I would say.
Loved it.
Yeah.
My closest friends are friends I made in college today, and we're still close friends.
That's nice.
I went to Frostburg, and my dream was to become an astronaut.
Okay.
The scenic route. I wasn't going to major or go to med school or any of that. I truly believe that we can learn and do almost anything if we really want it.
Yeah.
So I majored in business administration, minored in computer science. Back then, that's all we had was a minor in computer science. But still wanted to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
And after college, I decided that I would only take a programming job. And my parents were like, okay, I graduated in May, it's August. When are you getting a job? You know, because you go to college and you go to work somewhere to get a job. But I was only taking a programming job, but I did not have a computer science major.
Right.
And that's what I was applying for, though.
Right.
And eventually, I got a programming job.
Wow.
So I went, and I have to tell you this, my first day there, or my first week, there was a meeting that I went to, and I wasn't sure they were speaking English because I was not equipped like my fellow Purdue computer science major, my Notre Dame, you know, I had this minor. But what I did was I said that I had moved 2 blocks from the office, and I would go to work 8 to 5, leave when everyone else left, because everyone left then at 5:30. I would come back around 6:30, and I would work 6:30 to 11, Monday to Thursday, until I got it.
Wow. That is dedication.
But that again proved my mother's point that she drilled in us. You can do it if you set your mind to it.
Absolutely.
And I did. So I became a software engineer. I left that company and went to a quasi-government-owned company called Space Communications Company. And I worked on the first 5 satellite, and I worked on software for the spacecraft. So I didn't go into space, but my software did.
Right.
Going to Frostburg, we would drive through Frederick. And keep in mind, this is many years ago.
Yeah.
And I used to say, who would live there? there is nothing here. I actually said that.
Yeah.
And when I moved here in 1987, my friends said, who would live there? Because they heard me say that forever.
So long, yeah.
Yes. And it has been a great place to live.
Yeah.
A great place to live, the right place to live, great place to raise my family, great place to have a business because Frederick is very supportive.
Yeah.
Very supportive.
Yes, it is. It truly is.
And so, given that I'm in a community so supportive, how can I not give back and be supportive?
Yeah.
It's just obvious. Also, the way we grew up is also that we were giving all the time.
Yeah.
The little that we have, we still shared.
Yeah.
It wasn't always tangible things. I remember tutoring in math. I remember helping with piano lessons. So it was just many different ways to give back. So it's just a part of my life.
But that's the key, right?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
why I think that's why Frederick is so great, is that people give what they can, whether it's of themselves or writing a check. And I know a lot of the nonprofits I talk to prefer the people.
Yes,
The
there's
time,
such value
even just
there.
an hour a month, you know, they'd rather that than the check. So that's a really great lesson too. That's amazing. Well, we're so glad you're part of our community.
Well, thank you, and I tell you, it is an unbelievable honor. I can't tell you, when I saw that email, I closed down my system, not the email, because I said, Theresa, you're not reading this right.
Oh.
And I rebooted my system, and it was the most humbling email that I've read probably 20 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is just such an honor. And the honor is that, to your point, Frederick values what you give. And it's not just financial.
No.
And Frederick get it.
Yeah.
So to be giving, not expecting in return anything,
Right.
other than to see a smile, to see that someone could eat, to see that some information was shared that's useful, whatever it is, that has always meant a lot. And so I often tell people, my purpose in life is to serve. It's nothing else. And I try to do so in all parts of my life.
Yeah. What is coming for you in the next
Ooh.
5 years, let's say?
Oh. now,
What should we prepare for? That's
let me put it this way. So my sister that I'm closest to calls me an alien because we're night and day, but we're the closest.
Yeah.
And I am a dreamer who go after her dreams.
I love it.
I am that type of dreamer. I said I would write a book. I wrote a book, but it's not important to me to write just a book. I want a meaningful book.
Yeah.
So for the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself building a $1 billion company.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I want
love
to
it.
build a $1 billion company. And the important thing is that there are some communities I want to serve, but I want to shift that focus to serving them economically through this business.
Nice.
So I want to model my business, which is, it's named after the street I grew up on in Baltimore. That's George Street Services. No one is employed is named George. I check weekly.
I figured as much.
I check weekly.
Yeah.
But one of the unique things with my company is any employee in the company can say, Theresa, I feel that I can be the director of marketing because of XYZ. They may not be ready at that moment, but what it says to me is that they've thought about it and they're prepared for me to help them on that path.
Yes.
And that's what anyone can do.
Oh my, what a leader you are.
Because it's not important for me to get success, which is meaningless if my team isn't successful.
Really what you are doing, what your mother did for you.
Absolutely.
Right? You are saying to somebody, hey, I love that path. Here's what it's going to take.
Exactly.
And if you're willing to do the work, I am going to support you 100%.
And that's what I think my value
Yeah.
is. I am not the smartest person in my company by far, and I recognize that.
Yeah.
I am not as technically gifted anymore because I can't be and run the company. But what I can do and what I think I do well is bring the resources that are needed.
Yeah, well, that's why you will be $1 billion company.
That's
I do not
my
doubt
plan.
it.
My dream is to help both areas that I grew up in, Frederick and Baltimore. I already have it laid out in my head.
I love it.
I will have a big office in Frederick and an office in Baltimore and employ some that may be categorized as unemployable.
Well, we can't wait to watch this story get written. I know it's going to be phenomenal.
5 years from now, let's remember
I know,
this
I'm going
day,
to come back to you.
because I'm giving myself 5 years.
Well, now that I know, I shall check in.
That's my community focus.
Yeah.
And building this company, education development and economic development is an important part of it also.
Yes.
I'm going to walk Paris Fashion Runway.
What?
Next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
What else do I have on my list? I've started thinking again about going up into space because there are so many commercial options now.
Yes.
Yeah, so I said, maybe I'll look into
your name
that.
in for that. I love it.
And then the last thing is, being an entrepreneur, it never leaves you. But I think it's important for me to help others grow their business because small businesses hire most people. Our employment base is really made up of employees at small business.
Yes.
But how do I help them grow? How do I help sustain them?
Yeah.
Scale them?
That is my passion.
Yeah.
That was the whole purpose for my starting this show. Is I'm very passionate about small business.
Yep.
So giving businesses the opportunity to let people know who they are. In a free way. I love marketing, so I'm always here for free advice and ideas and help put them together with other people where things may make sense. So
that's at the heart of my entrepreneur journey, and I also want to. There are so many small businesses that are looked over by large businesses, but the $1 billion Theresa company. Supplier portal hopefully is made up of mainly small businesses.
Yes, well, we love that. This is Theresa Williams Harrison.
Yes.
And we are so happy to have her as part of our community here in Frederick. To hear more of her story and see the artwork and the videos that are coming, it's going to be excellent, and we can't wait. Your company is George Street Services.
Yes.
George Street Services. You can look her up. You might want to, see what jobs she has available. She'll take good care of you, I know. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, is she not incredible? I am so motivated after listening to her. I gotta tell you, it just really does make you believe if you set your mind to it, you can do anything. All right, tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. We're gonna grow this show. Maybe not to 1 million followers, but I think if we can hit 10,000, that's only 10%, not even 10% of our population, 5% of the Frederick County population. We need to get it out there. I can't do it without your help. All right. So tell somebody, hey, watch Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there. Let's be great.